Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 19th CNMI State Board of Education special board meeting. It is Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. And it is 1:04 p.m. Good afternoon, to my colleagues, every member of the board, commissioner, and all of your team. Members online, I think online we have member Orsini and the Secretary Treasurer Borja. I just wanted to thank everyone for your patience and understanding with the scheduling yesterday's meeting, but though need to at the but thank you for your patience and your understanding and your flexibility regarding the schedule. With that, I would like to do roll call. Imagine if you do the roll call, please. Anthony de la Cruz Barcenas.
President.
Oh, Borja.
Present.
Oh, Orsini.
Present.
Sure, Kodet Ogumra Uludong. Dora B. Mura. Here. John S. Blanco. S. Burgos.
Here.
ACB Tenor. For this present, there is a quote. Thank you. And thank you guys for also being online. I apologize. Let's move on to the adoption of the agenda. Members, can I get a motion?
So move, Chair. I second.
Any discussion?
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Was that number C? Can I get another second to divide? So Secretary Treasurer. Remember, Ursina, are you still here in the CNMI?
I'm sorry, Chair, I can't really hear you. Kind of like breaking up.
Are you in the CNMI?
No, not currently, no.
All right. So I'll ask their vice or Secretary Treasurer to second Member Foote's motion to adopt today's agenda.
Seconded.
Thank you. Discussion?
Yeah, Chair, do we have a time issue with today's meeting?
We do. Thank you for bringing that up. I've been notified that not all voting members can stay long, so I think we'll only have quorum for an hour. So given that, I think we need to consider some urgent matters on the agenda. Members, I'd like to propose that we prioritize the calendar, acting COE and the disaster pay discussion. Are there any other urgent matters that you feel Vice or Secretary Treasurer, how does that sound?
Sounds good, Chair.
Yeah, it sounds good. I apologize. I'm not would have to leave within an hour or before the hour or on the hour. Yesterday would have been okay, but I have another meeting to attend to after this. But I'm okay.
No worries. We're gonna try to prioritize what we can while we have quorum. So do I, yes.
Sure, so with that said, I'd like to propose that we address new business item number 1 of the 26-27 school year calendar, and then move into executive session to address the acting COE and disaster pay items.
Okay. Since we've moved to adopt the agenda as is, Viola, can we still do that, or do we need to withdraw that motion and submit a new motion?
No, you can still do that.
Okay.
As long as it's in the agenda.
Okay, then we can just table as we go along? Okay, awesome. All right, can I get a call for a vote? I always forget what it's called. Thank you. Rachel. Yeah. No, because he's not, yeah. Thank you. Antonio de la Cruz Barcinas,
Okay.
Antonio El Borja,
Okay.
Ashumar Koda Poguma Uladal,
Yes.
ACB Tenorio. Yes, they're all voted yet. Thank you, Mary Jo. All right, let's move down to public comments. Pursuant to DOE policy 0415, public comments are limited to 30 minutes. We ask that remarks be limited to 3 minutes each. Everyone is welcome to submit written comment. I don't think there's anyone here in the room that's not PSS or BOE. Anyone online? And we didn't get anything via email, did we? No, right? Okay. All right, I don't see anybody. No, we're good? Okay. With no one, trying to make public comment, we'll move on to unfinished business. And as per our discussion earlier, we're gonna hold off on this discussion for now and move down to new business. And the first item on that, section is the school year 26-27 calendar. Commissioner?
Yes, we submitted three versions. One is the 80, the 72-hour, and the 64 calendar. The board would like to consider, we would recommend that the board considers focusing in on the 64-hour calendar, austerity measures due to the fact that it is the only information we have to look into the next school year when it comes to budget is really what has already been submitted by the governor's office, asking for 37 plus, so $37 million appropriation. Based off of that, we'd like to focus on a 64-hour measure. Otherwise, we have nothing else to base next school year with. And I hear that the legislature is in the middle of looking at that budget submission and doing their own deliberations on what the budget is going to look like for appropriations. And I've not heard or seen any indication of what change to the 37 is to come around yet. So that's all I can say about that. Right now, the 64 calendar is something the board can look at and approve for now, or do what we did last year where we approved the various scenarios and allowed the commissioner to come back, brief the board based on updates with any indication of what the budget is going to look like throughout the season. That makes sense.
Thank you, Commissioner. I know that all three calendars were vetted by FP. Do you want to add anything, Dr. Nara, from FP regarding the 64-hour calendar? Or any of the others?
FBA went through it, and we also talked about I sat in on the committee that went through the three calendars, and that we are in agreement with the three different calendars depending on the budget provided to us.
Do you have a recommendation in terms of, should we just address the 164-hour calendar as being proposed, or consider all three, or is there a recommendation about that?
Well, with the past one, we had given the commissioner leeway to make that decision based on the budget. If we're going to follow what the precedents that we had set, then I would suggest that we also give the commissioner the leeway to select the appropriate calendar based on the budget, because we don't really have all the information. We only have the information now, but we do need a calendar for the teachers. And I think I know that all three calendars have the same start date. So that's what's really most important for the teachers and students to know when is it they're coming back.
Okay, thank you. Member Orsini?
Yeah, thank you, Chair, for the opportunity. I know that I can't vote at this point, but I'm hoping that I could make comments or input. I think what needs to be looked at, and during the last FPA meeting, which I recall, and I agree with teacher rep, Dr. Mura there. The commissioner or the KM was supposed to come back with an exact proposal of the third quarter collection of the government to determine which way are we going to go. Because that has a good bearing of what direction we're going to take as far as determining whether we're going to be at a 64-hour work week or a 72. This is something that we just need to have. And right now, I have not even heard or seen anything as far as a scheduled legislative hearing for our pending budget for the fiscal year 2026 to 2027. So I leave it at that.
We do have, for this quarter, update on, payment from the, central government as far as allocation. So they're up to date on their payment. In fact, they started paying June. We want to know.
Local.
Yes.
All right, members, any other questions or comments? Vice or Secretary Treasurer, any questions or comments about the calendar?
So the recommendation is for the 64 hours. So that's what I'm getting. And if we are going to, and if we see some improvements within the government, it can go up to 72 or 80. The board just needs to come back and change the calendar. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Ma'am, if I may, I also caution that, as we sense any indication of what that budget is gonna look like to the right or to the left of that 37, especially if it goes to the left, we have to begin, again, going back to that drill that we had last year where we started looking at reducing the workforce in terms of furlough. Because that is a high possibility as well, so.
Sure, yeah.
We have that in the scenario, right?
And I think you made it clear a couple of meetings ago what that floor is.
Right. Because, yeah,
Yeah.
I may, because anything below 37 is subject to furlough. Anything below 31 is subject to closure of schools.
Okay, thank you. So at 37, we can do 64 hours without furlough.
Yes.
Anything below that means furloughs in addition to the 64 hours.
Yeah.
Anything below 31 would mean closure.
Operations, a lot of our operations would start to need to be seized.
Understood, thank you. Yes, Dr. Mira?
I think it would benefit the public to hear, even with the full 80 hours, why it's 177 school days versus 180.
That is because the current fiscal year extends up to end of September, which includes a 72-hour work schedule. So that's why we have austerity Mondays up to September, because the fiscal year extends up to that.
That's a very good point. We have to make sure that that is clear too to the legislature, because if we're subject to back to 180, they need to know that they need to add, like they did this last fiscal year budget law where they added the waiver of 180. So we don't have to go back and ask them if they're sitting notice.
Yeah. We can mute. We just mute for now, so no. Oh,
Chair, if I may. Hello, Chair.
I think they're frozen.
Hello, Chair.
Colleague, I think they're frozen.
Yeah, I
they're
could hear you
frozen.
guys, but they're frozen.
Us were unfrozen.
Yeah, we're unfrozen, they're frozen.
No power here,
Not
so you're not
everyone is
melting.
frozen. I'm not freezing yet.
Good call.
What's DGM? DGM. It's the host now.
Think they shut off again, so we don't see them on that screen.
Maybe power outage.
I don't know, like earlier, something they're pointing out. Remember on the video?
Well, according to staff in there, they're fixing the IT's fixing it.
Yeah, they lost connection.
For sure, they don't have a quorum.
Yan ke sila. Kali yung guam?
Yeah, man. My godmother passed away, and I just wanted to give my respects. It just happened. That's why I was asking for Monday, but then the tsunami yesterday, and then now they move it today. So I said I'll try to chime in just to participate, but cannot vote, nay.
Yeah, like kali lah condolences na.
We're back online. Let's go ahead
Yes,
and
we can hear
unmute.
you.
On the,
Okay, thank you. I apologize for that, everyone. We lost connection, but we're back. And we are on the year 26-27 calendar year discussion. And where are we at?
I think, yeah, John explained it, on why the 177 instead of the.
Yes, yeah, there was a question about the 177, so we're good with that. And I think member Orsini had a question, or he was trying to say something, or was that member Borja?
No, that
Okay.
was me, Chair. That was me.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Chair, I think it's incumbent. I think, we're kind of being a little bit irrational of this calendar. I suggest that the board defer this for now until next month, at least the early part of July, to see where we're exactly at, and with the legislature toying this now with our budget, so that we can determine which way we're going to go, either 64, 72, whatever. But I think we need to give time, and I think that we need to find out if there is a budget hearing that is going to take place sometime this month before next month. I think we should take a proactive approach to that. That is my opinion right now.
Yeah, I hear you, member Orsini, but I think we're already kind of late in terms of a calendar for next school year. It's been our practice to have a calendar by April or May, and we're already into June. So I feel, especially for our teachers' planning purposes, the sooner we can approve a calendar, I think the better it is for all the schools. And I know, Dr. Mayor, maybe you can speak to that, or Commissioner, in terms of the school function and the need for a school calendar. I've had many people reaching out to me asking me about the school calendar. So I feel it's fairly urgent at this point. We can always reconvene and make changes if needed, but I think at this point, we really need to choose a calendar and vote on it. So we can publish it. Any other thoughts about that?
I move that we adopt a 64-hour calendar as proposed by management.
Okay.
And make changes later as necessary.
Okay, thank you for that. Member Cota? Can I get a second?
Second.
I don't know if you can hear. Colleagues online, member Cota move to approve the 64-hour, the school year 26-27 64-hour calendar as proposed by Commissioner and approved by FPA. Can I get a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. Can you do a roll call vote, please? Thank you, member Toro.
Anthony De La Cruz Barcinas,
Nga.
Antonio L. Borja,
Okay.
Antonio L. Borja,
Okay.
Ashimar Kota Pogumro Uludong,
Yes.
ACB Tenorio.
Yes,
Chair, all members voted yes.
thank you. All right, Commissioner, we have a calendar for now. And we'll just stay connected with you all in terms of any changes that need to be made moving forward. And remember, Ursula does have a point about we haven't had a budget hearing. So I get that and I hear that. I'm also waiting. I think we're all waiting to hear when that would happen. And maybe that's something that we can inquire. Because we haven't heard anything about a budget hearing, at least I haven't. So I would also like to know when that would be. All right. Let's move on. We have a couple of urgent matters to discuss, and I think those are, yes, go ahead.
Chair, if I
Thank you.
may, I'd like to move that we descend into executive session.
Thank you. There's a motion to descend into executive session. Can I get a second, please? After the motion.
Second the motion.
Thank you. All those in favor of descending into executive session, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed?
Aye.
All right, it is 1:29 PM. We are going to descend into executive session. We only have quorum for another 30 minutes, so we'll come back at that time. Yeah. That's it, yeah. So sorry, if you don't mind, you can excuse us. Yeah, thank you.
Chair.
You know when we're ready. All right, thank you all. Welcome back. Before we move forward, I'm going to ask Tibby to summarize our executive session discussion. And then also for the record, this was the time that we descended and member Koda, the motion and advice. Um, maybe we need to give Tibby a minute to come back online.
I'm online.
Oh, okay, Tibby, go ahead.
Two items were discussed in executive session. The first concerned receiving legal advice from counsel regarding disaster pay. The second concerned the acting commissioner, which had to do with individual personnel by name. They both were appropriately discussed in executive session.
Thank you very much, Tibby. And we will be adjourning since we have lost quorum, but before we do that, and because, you know, it is Commissioner's last board meeting before he leaves us tomorrow, I just wanted to see if, you know, if you had anything that you'd like to share with the public or with us, with your team.
Yeah, you know, coming to the board meeting, I wasn't prepared to make a final statement or anything like that, but since you gave me the opportunity, I wanna just go ahead and say thank you to everyone in the district. The school district, CNMI public school system has been a wonderful place. The experience has been amazing. And I believe that we've accomplished a lot together as a team. And so with that, I just want to thank everyone who is an employee of PSS, and to our students for their also gracious time and effort in showing us how much they are thriving, and we continue to do all that. And I want to thank the board for cooperating and working with me, and also I appreciate working for the board in the way of getting the policies, the guidance and all that to ensure that we advance PSS in the right manner. Wasn't necessarily expecting to be ending my term this short in the tenure. However, I believe that my heart says to go and you know, answer a calling that's greater and higher, and I am following that. But just know that whatever that may end up being, the outcome of any of that would still be back to ensure that PSS gets to benefit a lot from what I do. Anything outside of work I would go starting on Thursday. So thank you all for all that, and I really appreciate it. All the best. Just know for the PSS community that your hands are in, you know, you're in good hands no matter what, and you continue to get my support. But the leadership that would be selected by the board will continue to make sure that PSS advances in the way it needs to be advancing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Members, anything you want to share some thoughts? Thank you, Member
Sure,
Porter.
yes, I'd also like to offer my thanks to you, Commissioner, and for your contribution to PSS during your time as Commissioner. And I also want to say I had a great working experience with you, serving as chair last year, and I think we've got a lot of good things done. And we were also able to explore other avenues to really benefit our students. So thank you for that, and I wish you all the best. And you know where to find us.
Dr. Miro?
Sure, thank you, Commissioner, for your work, and especially with your willingness to be a visionary in teacher leadership and expanding the opportunities to the teachers in that way, so that they too can use that professional development that you offered them, and hopefully maybe also more than just professional development to improve our students in the CNMI. Thank you and best wishes.
Thank you. Now members online, member, your device is still online? Okay, all right. So I also would like to say thank you to you, Commissioner, for your service to not only PSS, but the community at large. I mean, when you have a system that employs over 1,000 people and educates over 8,000 children. I mean, you are literally serving the entire CNMI community. So thank you for your time and your energy and your heart and generosity in the last couple of years of you being the commissioner of PSS. I mean, I think I've got to work with you, especially over the last few months as being chair. It's a very different sort of relationship that you have with the commissioner when you are the chair. So I appreciate all the time that you took to listen to my ideas. And one of the things, I know that we had a conversation very early on when you first became commissioner, and I think it was something along the lines of, this is an incredible system, an incredible district, and I'm excited for you to be a part of it. And I saw that excitement in you, and you had a lot of ideas, and that were different. And you push for them, and I admire that. I admire somebody who maybe thinks differently, but fights for those, because at the end, we know if we don't try it, we never know until we try. And so that's something I always appreciated and admired about your leadership. And I wish you all the best in your new endeavor, or your, like the adventure that you have embarked on. And I hope that, you will continue to serve our community regardless of where you land. So thank you again for being part of PSS. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. With that, I would like to have a motion to adjourn today's meeting. No, until we confirm it. Right, the people, and then, right? Okay, all right. So can I get a motion to adjourn today's meeting? Thank you. Do we have anybody that is going to say, is anybody online? Okay, all right. So I'll just call it. It is 2:25 PM, and we are adjourning today's meeting. We are going to schedule a regular board meeting, hopefully by the end of the month, because we have a lot of things to address. So I know that Head Start is waiting and many others. So please look out for a regular board meeting announcement soon. Thank you all. Thank you, Asha. Thank you. Thank you to the media and all that are online.